Hi friends, here I am again to give more feedback and a review for the Lenormand Enchanted deck. I gave the last time I made a small video when I was opening it, and like I said in that video, it's my first experience with the Lenormand. I've been reading tarot for 11 years and playing cards for the last 25 years, but the Lenormand, it's my first experience. But I don't know why I feel like giving a review for this style and for this deck, which is very interesting actually as I go into the Lenormand experience. I cannot say in general if they are more accurate than tarot because I haven't tested them enough yet, but they are interesting. They give more details and they can guide you in a more particular way than tarot. Tarot are more abstract and they go more into the spiritual and to the more deepest and subconscious reasons and happenings that happen. The Lenormand are more realistic, more practical. You can ask them for a very particular stuff, like for missing things. They can be more accurate when they answer to you, or how if you want anyway to listen for something particular that you need step-by-step guidance. Tarot are better to use them for a more inner and a more general look of a situation. So the Enchanted Lenormand deck. So in usual Lenormand they have 36 cards. In this version anyway, in this deck, there are 39 cards. The creator has included one extra man card, one extra woman card, and an extra, the 37 card, which is the diviner. If you see him, 37. And if you see, it has all the suite on its card symbol up. I don't know how to call it, on the card symbolism. So the difference why they created this is to have the opportunity to add more people, of course, and of course because now in the time we are passing, we have in open the LGBTI community. It's kind of giving the chance to LGBTI community to choose something according, like if you are a woman who is in love with a woman, then you can put two women inside your spread, inside your opening of the cards. Or if you are a man and you are in love with a man, or if you are bisexual, you can use the cards, and so on. So this one, it's good because it gives this opportunity to people to place exactly the sex they would prefer. So the diviner here, it's been used as the Matthew's, how you say, the Matthew's creator. You can use it when you want to get a particular message, when you're asking something particular, when you're waiting for something, like you go to the doctor and you're waiting for some news. You can include the diviner inside your spread to see if the news are coming. So the diviner then would suggest, would signify the doctor. Or in general, when we are expecting something, or when you yourself are looking for a personal answer, then you can include the diviner inside the deck. So if it comes, it means that you are more synchronized with your question, and he will give you the answer you are looking for. It's more like the guide, the spirit guide, let's say, in brackets, that it symbolizes the result and who's gonna bring the answer that you are waiting for. It's a good card, but it's good though to decide from the beginning of a spread if you want to include him, because if you are not sure and it comes, because it happens to me, that's why I'm saying this, if you do not plan to include him, but you do put him without a question and without a, a meaning, let's say, and it comes, it might confuse you. It happened to me that I made a general question and I left him in on purpose. I left him in, and it came actually first in my question, and I was a bit confused, but I read it as that I was the diviner. Like I was gonna find the answer, and that the diviner was me, that I was the one who would give the result to myself. So in general, this deck is very, very beautiful. As you see, the back, it's the 4 aces, and it includes small designs which they symbolize each of the suit. If you look in again, the suits are on the corners. Of course, the card, the playing card symbol is here, and then you see the main one, which is the Lenormand meaning. What is very, very beautiful, it's this organic sensation that it gives you, and also the fact that it has the crystal ball. The creator and the designer, they place the crystal ball as the diviner is looking inside the crystal ball to predict the future and the present and whatever we need to predict. They are very, very beautiful, very beautiful. Like, the designs for me are very clear. I can understand right away what they want to say without going inside and finding in books, because I'm still going in through the book to find some meanings, as it's my first time, as I said before, that I'm dealing with the Lenormand deck. But they're beautiful. All designs are drawn, hand drawn, so really, really appreciateful. Virginia Lee, who's the one who actually drew this deck, she was included in the Lord of the Rings movie when they were doing it. The designs were made by her, so big name we're talking here. She's very talented, this is for sure. So yeah, we have all the cards. Very, very nice, very, very beautiful, all of them, really. I am very, very impressed. Like I said in the first video, it has been on my wish list for 6 years, this deck, and I'm very happy that I have finally decided to take it. The reason I was not buying it was only the fact that I didn't feel ready to read with Lenormand yet. Now I feel very ready, actually. I can't wait to get to know them perfectly and do my combinations with tarot. I'm very, very eager to go there. So a small review for the booklet. Miss Matthews, she made a pretty good work, actually. She's very, very detailed on everything. She writes about the history of Lenormand, who Anne-Marie Lenormand was, how it all came, some personal information for her life. She describes very perfectly how to read, how to use them with meaning. Like in Lenormand, they usually use the significator, something that it's not always into the tarot readings. Like, I never use a significator in the tarot readings. From the beginning it confused me. So in the Lenormand, it's a more specific. Of course, you can do a reading without a significator, but as I understand, it's more confusing. And the reason is why Lenormand are very, very detailed, practical, particular. They are not so abstract, like I said before, like the tarot ones. So it's better if you use one significator for your subject. So Miss Matthews here, she explains everything very much in detail, how to choose your significator, how to lay down. It analyzes with detail about the triple reading, the double combinations, and all the possible combinations you can use to make a reading with the Lenormand. At the end of the book, it gives you lots of spreads with very, very detailed, very many details, really. Like she reads them, she uses the same card to read it with the other kind of reading, with the other style. So it can make you understand pretty well how to read the Lenormand. She's very, very detailed, actually. At the end of the book, she gives the playing card meanings. To be honest, it's the only part that I found a bit incomplete. I would like some more information for the playing card meanings than only for the Lenormand images, because it's a system that is combining two sides, and because I am a bit traditional, I would prefer to have a more detailed meaning of the playing cards. It's the only part that I find a bit incomplete from her side. but I guess you can go online like I do and find the meanings that you want, the traditional meanings, if there are the traditional meanings online, because I don't know, the age we are passing, everything is very confusing, and you must not believe everything you read and people write on Google especially. So anyway, she's mostly very detailed into everything. She has the timing meanings of the Lenormand, very, very helpful, something you don't find with tarot. You should create it on your own, or there are some particular decks with tarot that there are for timing methods. There are meanings at a glance, just some small words for each card. You don't want to go and read the whole thing. Also, in the descriptions that she makes the first part, which is a general description of the card, and then she analyzes the card as like the keywords, general keywords, people, some words for love, some words for work, some words finance and business, well-being. There are some cards to compare with that she writes. It's a small, like, okay, one sentence for the playing card, meaning also the history of each card, which I suppose it is the history that comes from the old tradition. It's not something modern, which I like very much. I prefer this. And of course, some suggested combinations. So in general, they're very nice. I find them a very extrovert deck, very expressive, let's say. And with the help of the guidebook from Miss Matthews, I'm sure that you can find it easy to read. Of course, like everything, practice makes perfect. For me, the way I've learned the tarot, like 11 years ago when I decided to buy my first tarot deck. Of course, I was giving a present, but it all happened at the same time. But anyway, what helped me very much is the forums, the tarot forums. For me, that was my teacher. I was going almost every day, exchanges, and this is how I learned. Because when you read and you do some readings here and there, it's not so fast. Of course, the daily draws are a good practice to do. With Lenormand, of course, I've been doing my daily draws since I got them. I must say that I find some confusion in some points, but I am sure that it's the fact that I still don't know how to read them properly. So this is, I think, my review. Hope you have enjoyed it. I hope I have convinced you to buy this beautiful deck. And see you soon. Enjoy your Lenormand journey like I do. Ciao.